Hi everyone. So let's talk about basic shapes and the Boolean operations. So let's quickly go over to our shapes. So we have like different shapes here. If you look at this closely, so we have the rectangle, we have the line, we have the arrow, ellipse, polygon, and star. And on the right here, you can see their shortcuts. So I would like you to probably put this at the back of your mind so you can always remember them. And we also have like the pen tool also. But let's start off with the basic shapes. So let's start off with the rectangle. So the rectangle, you can just, once you click on the rectangle tool, you can just draw a rectangle and all. And you can also edit the corners, that's edit the radius, the corner radius of this manually like this. Or you can hit enter on your keyboard to customize this particular rectangle in whatever way you want to, customize it. And then another thing about rectangle is that you can also create a perfect square. You can create a square just by holding shift to, you see the way I keep, once I hold shift now, when I increase it, the numbers increase gradually and they are simultaneous and the same. You understand? So you can see that I can increase and reduce it. So another thing that we're going to talk about is the line. So for the line, we can just hold shift to create a straight line, or you can also draw a line without holding shift, but it might not be that straight and it might, understand, it might not be that accurate. But if you hold down shift, it gives you like a perfect straight line, or you can make it diagonal, or you can also make it vertical. So it depends. So another thing that we're going to talk about is the arrow. So the shortcut for arrow is Shift L. So for the arrow, you can just hold Shift also. So if you want like a perfect line or a perfect arrow, you can always hold Shift. So if we are to edit this now, some editing that can happen to this particular arrow is you can increase the stroke. So let's make it 6. You see, it's now very big, and you can edit how you want the shape to look. You know, you can edit the pointers and you can do it whatever way you want them to be. So that's it. So that's that for that. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is the ellipse shape. So to bring in the ellipse, you can just draw the ellipse and you can create this oval shape with the ellipse tool. And you can also hold down shift to create a circle, to create a perfect circle. And another thing that is cool about this particular circle or the ellipse shape is that you can change this into like an arc. Probably like you can actually change this to a pie chart or even increase this. You can customize it whatever way you want to customize it and just increase it. And just you can use this place to actually edit where you want it to start. And this you can also use it to edit the percentage. So let's say I want this to be 80%, you see, or I want it to be like 90, let's say I want it to be 40%. So once I click on 40%, it just actually turns to 40%. I can also change this, like I want this to be like 90%. So, and I can also change the stats. So I can drag the stats wherever way I want to start, make stats then and all that. So that's that for the ellipse shape. So the next shape we're going to talk about is the polygon shape. So the polygon shape doesn't have any shortcut. So let's just quickly use shift to actually create a perfect polygon shape. And here you can actually edit the radius. And here you can use this to increase the count. See, you can create amazing shape, different amazing shapes with the polygon. And also, let's talk about the star. So the star almost works the same way as the polygon shape, but it's kind of like different in its own way. So you can also edit the radius and you can edit the ratios, depending on what you want to work on or what you're working on. And you can also increase the counts just like the polygon. And you see how this looks. Wow, this looks amazing. So this is another thing you can use to, and you can edit these things here. You can also edit the videos, edit the count, and edit every other thing here also. So the next thing we are going to talk about now is, okay, let's talk about the pen tool now. So the pen tool will come in handy for those of you that like to create custom shapes and probably want to create like very interesting shapes with, or even create like a trend line when you're creating your charts, or create custom shape, or even draw out shapes too in Figma. So this is you can use the um, the pen tool, which the shortcut for the pen tool is P. You can just hit P on your keyboard to actually activate this pen tool. So, and you can also edit. Sorry, let's go back. I think I made a little mistake there. So let's just go back. Let's connect this again. And then you can just hit enter on your keyboard, select this move tool here so that you can edit it. You can just edit it any way you want it. And you can also click this particular tool to bend it. So the bend tool, you can use it to edit it whatever way you want to edit it. So let's quickly, let me bring in a pencil, so I'll close this off. Let me close this off so we can add colors to it. So you can also come here and add a fill to it. You can add a fill to it, and depends. So those of you that like drawing, you can actually use this feature a lot. You can just come and explore the feature. So now, finally, the last thing we are going to be talking about is the Boolean operation. So the Boolean operation, let's bring in two ellipses, or let's make them a circle. So let's duplicate this. So now you notice if I select, no, let me put this on top of this. Let me put this on the line. Let me change the color quickly so I'll show you how this works. So now let's say I select these two elements. Then right here is where you find your Boolean operation. So when you open the Boolean operations, you can see we have different operations: the union, subtract, the intersect, the exclude. So for the union, what the union does is that it combines the shape to a group. It combines shape together to make it a group. So you see, this shape has become one shape. And except I can use the pen tool to achieve this, but this is a faster way to actually achieve this kind of shape. Let's say I want this kind of shape now. I can just merge two of them and make them a union. So that's that for that. Or let's say I want to create the shape of the moon. And to create the shape of the moon, I can just select this and select this, and then use the other one, which is the subtract. So what the subtract does is, the subtract is most like the opposite of the union. So what it does is that it removes the area, so it subtracts this particular shape from this shape. So let's try that. So you see, that other shape has actually been subtracted from this. So now we have like this little moon shape you get. So that's that for the subtract. So another thing that we're going to talk about now is the other ones, which is the intersect and the exclude. So let me bring in a rectangle to illustrate that. Let me quickly draw a rectangle over this, and let me change the color of this rectangle. I can just work with any colors then. All right. So now let's select these two. So what the intersect does is that the intersect creates a group where the shape consists of only the overlapping parts. You understand? So this part that is overlap. So the shape, once you hit the, let's experiment it so you understand. So it only leaves the overlapping part behind. It only leaves the overlapping part behind. It removes the other shapes. So you see, this is the overlapping part. This is where these two shapes overlap. So it will just leave only this particular shape which overlapped. You understand? So let me just do intersect. You see, so it's basically just like what it means, intersect. So it actually leaves only the intersect of the shape and just remove every other thing around it. So that's that for that. Let's now talk about the extrude. So let's go back and talk about the extrude. So in case of the extrude, the extrude is like the opposite of the intersect. So it leaves the area where the sub layers do not intersect. So what do I mean by that? So it will just only remove this intersect. Only the intersect will be removed, and the other places, the other layers that didn't intersect will just remain. So let's try that. So that's just it. So you see, only this part that did intersect that the extrude removes. Then it leaves every other part that didn't overlay. So that's that about the Boolean operation. So, and that's how you use shapes and Boolean operations in Figma. See you in the next video.